Hey guys, usually on Sunday mornings before we start recording our videos, we usually do a podcast. So we figured that if you're not listening to it on whatever you listen to podcasts on, or if you don't even listen to podcasts, we figured we'd record it and upload it to YouTube as well. So you're welcome. We're gonna start now.
You're such a good Samaritan for putting a podcast on the YouTubes. Good morning. This is episode 7 of the official. There you go. Sandrmotoring podcast, where we make up random questions and answer them and go off on tangents.
Yeah.
So yeah. Let's go for it.
Just keep in mind, like, if you're listening to this
or watching
now, and you're like, wow, those guys sound pretty tired. It's because we are. It's like 6 o'clock in the morning when we're doing this, so bear with us.
Yeah. Takes a second to get the creative juices flowing.
Yeah.
If that's what they are. All right. So is there anything in the automotive news world you want to talk about for a second? Anything?
I think Rob Dahm should 4-rotor swap a C8 Corvette. Just saying.
Okay. What do you think about the new Corvette? The mid-engine Corvette?
It looks nice.
I think it's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Looks like a Ferrari. Looks like a Ferrari.
Yeah. Yeah.
Looks like a supercar. That's what they were, going after.
Yeah, it's kind of sweet. I don't know. I got nothing. I like it. It looks good. I mean, it makes sense mid-engine, but I got nothing else.
Yeah. I can't, not talking about the C8 Corvette, but everybody that's like jumped on the 2020 Super bandwagon is crazy.
As far as what?
Like, all the shops and stuff, like, I know, of course it's good business for them, but
It only makes sense.
it's just like, I thought everybody didn't want anything to do with it, and all the major shops and stuff like that's got. I just thought it was, I don't know.
People are going to buy them. People are going to modify them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got that Supra moniker attached to it, so no matter what people on the internet scream and cry about, people are still going to buy them. People are still going to do stuff to them. I think there's already been someone who's started tuning one, and I think with a reflash.
Yeah, Titan.
Was it Titan? Yeah, they've made, 420 horsepower?
420 dudes.
Yeah. I still feel the same way about it. It's like the JZ is not it's actually designed by Yamaha.
Yeah.
And then Toyota just took the architecture and improved on it. So, I mean, they kind of did steal that motor. So I wonder if they're going to do the same thing. I mean, Yamaha designed the 3S GTE too. So that's 2 of like the legendary Toyota motors, and they didn't even build it. But I think it's just the fact that we waited how long?
A million years.
Yeah, and then what do
Literally.
we get? A rebadged car. Like it's like they waited till the last second. They're like, what are we gonna do? And I remember all the spy shots. I remember like building up to it, and it was like, oh, the new Supra will be a Lexus. It's gonna be a hybrid. It's gonna be a mid-engine car. It's like so much stuff, and it's like BMW Z4. Mm-hmm. Oh wait, Toyota tweaked it. Ooh, yes, we waited.
Meh.
Yeah, I mean, we waited, what, almost 20 years for.
When did the Mark IV stop? 98?
I think Japan, they kept making it to like 01. 2000 or 01. I don't know. I know it was the same with the RX-7 too. They stopped selling it in the States in 98. But it sold everywhere else till 2001, 2002. But I'm done.
We were in middle school. We were at 13.
What?
Yeah. Because my brother graduated in 1999 of high school. And and I remember starting high school in 1999 because he graduated the same year I started. But yeah, it's got nothing to do with anything.
You and Killing Podcast, man. I don't know. You've got a talent for it.
Just random thoughts pop in my head.
This whole thing is random.
Yeah.
Let's do a podcast. Why? I don't know. Let's do it. All right. Anything else we got?
No.
Okay. So I'll hop right into the questions. If you have any questions, head on over to... Yeah, we're on camera. I keep forgetting. sandrmotoring.com or the Facebook page, the Instagram page, and just say, hey, answer these questions.
Just like that.
Just like that. And we might answer them.
We will.
Yeah, because I'm making these up and it's getting harder and harder to do. Before long, it really will just be 15 minutes of us standing here and like staring at each other, talking about how much we hate new Supras.
I don't think I hate it, but
I still hate it.
Let's
just like you and the MR2. The new one.
There won't be a new MR2.
Yeah, there will. Subaru.
It'll be called an MR2, but there won't be an MR2.
Oh, okay, but the Supra is... It's called a Supra, but it is a Supra?
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's a BMW Z4. Call it what it is. All right. So, which do you like the best? Oh, yeah, I guess for the video. These questions are just our opinion. We are not suggesting or trying to sell you anything. It's just what we think.
But if you want us to sell somebody something, we'll try our hardest.
Shameless plug. All right. Drift, drag, or rally?
What do I like better?
What's your favorite out of the three?
Like to watch on TV, watch live.
Just in general. If you had to pick one over the other ones, what would it be?
That's tough. I mean, I've never been to a rally event. I've only watched it on TV, so I don't really care about it. Drifting and drag racing. They provide two different senses of adrenaline, I think. Like,
yeah, I could see that.
The drifting lasts a little bit longer. Well, I guess it depends on how fast your car is for drag racing.
Well, I think if you're talking from a spectator side of it, like drag racing, you get like a couple people who go with you. Now it's become like, a betting issue. Who's picking what car and so forth, which can be done for drifting too, but going back on the slow car, which car's going to go the slowest? Which car is going to run? What time is this car going to run?
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't been to a drag racing event since college, so drifting has intrigued me more recently than drag racing. I'll go with drifting.
I'm gonna go with drag racing.
Yeah.
Nothing against. I've got nothing bad to say. I mean, the Jopie was a lot of fun. All the other drift events we've been to have been a lot of fun. Drag racing, I can watch it a lot longer. Yeah, I mean, I've been on, but like when I was helping with my boss's old pro mod, that was one of the best experiences ever. I mean, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna go with drag on that one. All right, next, what's your favorite domestic car? Doesn't matter what year, doesn't matter, just any.
Well, I can't say my favorite again.
Let me guess, a Chrysler Conquest.
No.
Even though it's not a Chrysler, it's a Mitsubishi. It just says it's imported for Chrysler.
Yeah. No, I wasn't gonna say that.
Yes, you were.
No,
you were thinking it.
No, I wasn't.
But no, say your favorite.
71 Camaro SS split bumper. Daddy's house.
There you go. That's a good one. I'm gonna say my favorite is a Buick Grand National.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
My dad never had a Grand National.
That is my favorite.
I've ridden in one. Dad used to work for a General Motors dealership when I was teeny tiny. And I guess they were driving it at the lot, and I rode in it with him. I don't remember it. I was teeny tiny.
No, but I think if I had the choice between the two, just for sentimental, that's not like my dad's dead or anything. It's just, I think I'd go with the Camaro.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I'll get the Camaro and put a Grand National motor in it. Nah, probably.
Yeah, I was about to say, why would you do that? Just don't put an LS in it.
Yeah.
All right. What do you think is the most overrated car? Like people just build up, and it just seems to, at least for you, it just seems like a disappointment. Like, that's it.
WRX.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. I've ridden. Mark used to have one. You used to have one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They're all right.
We're about to lose someone.
Do we have anyone?
I don't know. If you are listening, thank you though. I appreciate it. We appreciate it. I want to have to say the Mustang Standard Mustang is kind of a letdown, because I know someone's thinking, well, what about the Shelbys? Well, what about the the special editions or whatever? It's like just looking at a plain GT, and then you can compare it to like a Camaro SS. And it seems like the Camaro or SRT8 Challenger just destroys it. I mean, I don't know. They just always seem to come to the table too late.
New ones?
Just in general. I mean, it had the mod motor. The mod motor was supposed to be like, this is it. This is it. Mustang's gonna roll with the mod motor. And it's like, meh. And it's like, oh, the Coyote's coming. The Coyote's just gonna slay. It's like, meh. I mean, it's just, they just can never seem to put a motor together. And my dad's a huge Mustang guy, and I've heard him, and he sends me videos and everything else, and it's just like, really? Like, you look at an LS, and it's just, they make stupid power with very little, but yet
Yeah.
Ford hasn't really come up with anything to compete with that. All right. What is, of all your cars, not just G-Pop, what is your most regrettable mod? Nothing?
The fans and the intake tubes.
Ooh, I forgot about that one. That was a good one.
We took We went to a marine supply store, like for boats and stuff.
Yeah, it's a bilge pump.
We were gonna get bilge pumps, but I think they were too expensive.
They're like $50 a pop.
Yeah.
For the
So
ones
then we
wanted.
saw these fans that pushed air through, or sucked air through, or something. I don't know. So we put those in line with our intake tube and put them on a switch. So we'd floor it, flip the switch,
and just go wee.
and made the air go like that.
Yeah. It did absolutely nothing. They look very similar to what's on eBay right now.
Yeah.
The little electric superchargers.
We were the first. That was what?
We were pioneers.
Yeah. It's probably late 2002, early 2003.
Had to be.
Mm-hmm.
I had the Civic.
I had the Eclipse. My first DSM.
It was all downhill from there.
Yep.
I was Driveshaft. The WRX had a carrier bearing, like a lot of cars do, on the driveshaft, and they had these little rubber bushings that went between the driveshaft, the carrier bearing, and the car. So like the factory ones were rubber, so they would flex and move and everything else. These would just replace it. Well, when you got on the highway, they would scream. It would make this loud whirring noise, and it just drove me up the wall. But when you were like cruising around normal, you couldn't hear it. But like anything above 60, and they would just drive you nuts. And when you'd let off the gas, it was even louder. So yeah, those came out pretty quick. I was like, I can't do it. All right. So not your favorite, but who do you think is the best sports car company to date? Just sports cars, not like, I think they have overall, they've made good cars, but just who is the best sports car company? And it can be anyone, Ferrari, Koenigsegg, Mazda, anyone. Crickets.
I'm kind of biased. I've always liked Ferraris, so
We're gonna say Ferrari.
I'm gonna say Ferrari because I used to have a Ferrari Testarossa on my wall.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that. Good solid answer. I'm gonna have to go with Koenigsegg.
Swedish. Are they Sweden?
Sure.
From Sweden.
They're pretty innovative, and everything they build is meant for one thing. There's not a lot of frills to it. It's just, we want to go stupid fast.
I take my answer back. I've always liked Lotus too. Like they were just like bare bones race car. This is what you get.
Yeah, well, that's where the famous phrase came from. Simplify and add lightness. They kind of built their whole car company around that moniker instead of going over the top.
Look at you using fancy words.
What?
Moniker?
I don't even know what it means. Sound good right there?
I've never even heard of that word.
All right. You done with that?
Yeah.
Thought? Okay. We are almost out of time, and we got one more question. If you had to swap, I know what you're going to say. If you had to swap, what motor would it be? For G-Pop, we'll just use. But if you had to swap, and you can't say G54, what motor would you go with? Anyone, it doesn't matter as far as cost or just what motor if you could. Like, I want to put a Lambo V12 in the front of it. That's my choice. Then
I'd go with something that it's easily moddable. Parts were readily available. They're everywhere.
Why would you say LS?
I'd say K-Swap.
Okay, so I kind of figured you'd go with, since you've said it before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say UZ. Oh, 1 UZ or 3 UZ. I think they're underrated V8s. Be pretty awesome to build one. I know parts are expensive, but you can make some good numbers with them.
Yeah.
And the parts are hard to find. But yeah,
They are hard to find?
They are hard to find, yeah. They're, I think Australia, they use them for some type of racing. So they're popular there. But in Japan and the States, they haven't really taken hold. No one really makes a lot of parts for them. Guys are starting to do more with them now. You're starting to see them find their ways in older Corollas, Supras. There's a bunch of Mark IIIs with them. Actually, some Mark IV guys have swapped UZ motors.
Really?
Yeah.
They took out the beloved 2JZ.
They were NA guys.
Oh. They didn't go NAT?
No.
Wow. Surprising.
Would be different, I guess.
Hmm.
I mean, there is a community of LS swapped Supras. Not Mark IVs, Mark IIIs and under.
Mark III Supers with LSs in them just look funny. It's like because the motor's so short, I guess, and it's so far back, and they got all this room up front, and like you can live in it. You can have put a living room set in there.
It's funny because
Sectional.
Yeah, there you go.
And TV.
It's funny because WRXs, I've seen like a couple WRXs with LSs swapped in them, and they look at home.
Really?
Yeah. Because they don't have like huge engine bays.
But they're wide.
Yeah, they're wide, so it has plenty of room for the LS, and it looks strangely at home. All right, that is our time. You don't want to make it too long.
Yeah.
We got work to do. Yeah, for all the people who couldn't see that, Scott pointed at G-Pop.
Which is my 1989 Chrysler Conquest.
We don't need to hear the story again. You said it too much.
Mitsubishi Star,
Yeah, we know. That you
Someone
bought
may
back.
not know. I'm not going to go into all that.
Yeah, I know. You do it way too much. If you want to know the story, go back and watch it. Our videos on YouTube's. All right. This is our listener signing off. Bye.
See ya.
Keep on motoring.